Hey everyone, and welcome to this very first episode posted on this channel. I recently decided that I want to learn about AI and how it works. I've been using a lot of AI tools for my job as a software engineer and also for content creations. But I don't really understand how these tools works under the hood. It's feel a little unsettling. So I thought, if I'm going to be going through this learning journey, why not share it out? Maybe someone might find it useful. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. This episode is the first of the Foundation of AI series. In this episode, we explore what AI is and where we see it in our daily lives. Before we dive into it, I need to point out that as you encounter different AI terms throughout this episode, don't get discouraged if you don't understand what they mean yet. We will dive into each of these concepts in subsequent episodes. So as the terminologies are mentioned, they will pop up on the screen just to register them in your memories so that you can start familiarizing yourself with these technical terms. The goal of this first episodes is for you to understand at a high level what an AI application looks like in real-world applications. I'm sure you've heard of artificial intelligence, or AI is a hot topic nowadays. You hear about it every day on the news, on social media, and at work. In this episode, we'll see how AI is already a part of our lives and how it is different from just, regular computer stuff. The truth is AI is everywhere, often in places you wouldn't even expect since we've been taking it for granted. It really is true. AI is working behind the scenes all the time, making our lives easier, and we might not even know it's there. Think about your emails. You don't see all the spam emails that get sent to you, right? Spam filters are one of the most common examples of AI in actions, and they've gotten really sophisticated. It's not just about blocking certain words anymore. These AI filters are actually learning and adapting to the ways spammers work. Now, the two keywords here are learning and adapting. Let's put a pin on that. We'll come back to that later, as these are the two core characteristics that define AI. Now, going back to our email spam filter example, we were saying that these AI-powered spam filters can even recognize those phishing scams using what we call natural language processing, or NLP for short. Using these AI algorithms, the spam filter can understand what an email is saying, not just look for predefined keywords. In a sense, it's like these spam filters are reading for meaning and context, which is amazing. NLP is a big part of why things like voice assistant have gotten so good. Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistant, they're all using AI to figure out what you're saying. These systems are trained on massive data set of speech recording by converting spoken language into text using automatic speech recognitions, or ASR algorithm for short. They are also known as audio to text AI applications. It works by segmenting speech into the smaller units of sound called phonemes and map them into words using deep learning techniques. It's a way for the system to constantly learn and improve their accuracy using the feedback loop from their user corrections. This deep learning magic is also how online translation have gotten so much better. Now, I don't know if you remember, but it used to be so bad. It's with just a jumble of words. However, AI has changed that. instead of just matching words by relying on fixed word for word substitution, they analyzing the whole sentence, making them more context aware in a sense. That's why they sound so much natural than the early rigid rule-based software. They use transformer models such as GPT and BRET to improve fluencies and accuracies. It's amazing how much AI is bridging the gap between languages. But AI can be used for things that aren't so warm and fuzzy too, like those ads that seem to follow us around the internet. Have you ever wondered how they seem to know what you would be interested in? It's a little creepy sometimes, but effective AIs is behind the whole industry of online advertising. They use your data, like what you search for, and the website that you visited, to build a profile of what you like. Then they show you ads based on that profile. Now, unlike traditional ads that rely on demographic targeting alone, AI-powered ads dynamically adapt based on your behavior and continuously adjust ad placement using what we call real-time bidding algorithms to optimize engagement. That's why sometimes it feels like they're reading your mind. Pretty powerful stuff, huh? But speaking of powerful, have you seen what they've been doing lately with self-driving cars? AI is at the heart of how those cars work. They are packed with sensors and cameras that are feeding information to AI system. Unlike traditional cruise control system, AI-powered self-driving cars can predict and react to unpredicted situations, making split-second decisions to enhance safety. Reinforcement learning models help AI refine its driving strategies through millions of simulations. They are constantly analyzing the environment and making decisions in real time. Now, lastly, AI is also used in factories. It's revolutionized the manufacturing industries. Things like quality control, where AI system can spot tiny defects that even humans might miss, and analyze machine performance data to predict failure before it happens, enabling proactive maintenance. So we see that AI is impacting pretty much every part of our life. Let's talk about what makes AI. In other words, what makes this application different from, say, Microsoft Word. So think about traditional software. The stuff that we've been using since, forever. It basically follows a set of rules. It does what it's programmed to do. And that's all there is to it. It doesn't change unless a human manually updates it. But AI is different. AI can learn from data. It can adapt its behavior over time. It can even make decisions. It's not just following a script. Instead, it modifies responses dynamically based on experience and new data. So it's like it can think for itself. Obviously, it's not really thinking like a human, but it can analyze information and make choices based on what it learns. This is the first trait that makes an application AI-powered, the ability to learn and adapt. And as mentioned earlier, traditional software can do that. While traditional spam filter block emails that contain specific words, requiring manual update to stay effective, an AI-powered spam filters is constantly taking in new information and changing the way it operates based on that data, allowing to learn from evolving spam patterns and recognize suspicious email even if they contain new phrasing. That's why it's always getting better at spotting spams. So we see that AI is not just about reacting to data. It's also about learning and adapting to it. Now let's move on to the next trait that set AI apart. AI can also recognize patterns and make decisions. It can see connections that we might not even notice, and it can use those connections to make choices. This allows AI system to handle ambiguity and make real-time decisions rather than just executing predefined actions. Think about self-driving cars. Those are making tons of decisions every second based on what their sensors are telling them. Like when to brake, when to change lanes, all of that. Now the third and also final trait that makes AI special is that it can improve over time. It's not a one and done situations. AI systems are constantly getting better at what they do, so they're not just automating tasks in a sense, they are actually getting smarter as they go. They can analyze their own performance, see where they're making mistakes and adjust their algorithms to do better next time. That's incredible. I'm thinking about those AI chatbots, the one that answer questions on websites. Some of them are so good now that it's like talking to a real person. And a lot of that is because they're learning from every conversation they have. It's almost like they're evolving in real time, which in a way they are. So to recap, AI is all about learning, adapting, making decisions, and constantly improving. That's what makes it so different from traditional software. It's a whole new way of looking at how technology can work. It's not just about telling a computer what to do. It's about creating a system that can learn and evolve on their own. And that has a huge implication for the futures. I mean, think about what AI could be capable of in 10, 20 years from now. It's exciting and maybe a little bit scary at the same time. AI is a powerful tool, and we need to be careful about how we use it. We absolutely do. We need to think about the ethical side of AI, the impact it could have on jobs, on society as a whole, and what it means for us that we continue to learn, grow, adapt in an effort to keep up with these technologies. As AI gets more sophisticated, it's going to automate a lot of tasks that humans currently do, which could lead to people losing their jobs. That's a real and valid concern. But I think it's more important to remember that AI will also create new jobs we haven't even thought of yet. So it's not just about job loss. It's about a shift in the job market, right? And we need to prepare for that shift. We need to invest in education and training so people have the skill they need to succeed in an AI-powered world. That's why I created this series, to help viewers like you as you navigate on your AI learning journey. Okay, so we covered a lot of ground here. We've seen how AI is already changing the way we live and work. And we talked about what makes it so different from the traditional software that we used to. It feels like we're just scratching the surface though on this huge topic. Now that you've seen how AI is used in real world, the next step is to understand where these ideas came from. In other words, why does researchers believe machine could simulate intelligence? Have you ever thought of that? Well, I have. I've always wondered how and who came up with this original idea that has driven what is, as of now, the biggest technological evolutions in the human history. In the next episode, we'll explore the origins of AI, the early vision of AI pioneers, and how they attempted to define and model intelligence. So thanks for joining me on today's episode, and be sure to check back for the next episode. Until then, happy learning.